Hey everybody, it's JMan105 coming back at you with another hobby related video, and today I'm answering some questions. You've all seen my hobby room and how it's changed here and there, especially with the addition last year of the large table that I share with my wife, and because of that I got rid of the small desk that had the pull-out tray of tools. And some of you have asked me as of late about the supplies that are on my table, if they ever change, if I do anything differently with them, or even why they're there. And to get right into that, yes, they do change from time to time. Being someone with massive OCD and a neurosis, I don't like to move things around if I don't have to, but if I find a better place for something, or if I find that I have a need for it on my desk so that I can work on projects uninterrupted without getting up and going to the supply shelf too often, that's what I do. The addition last year also of this rolling cart helps because I keep some secondary items that I can just pull over next to me and grab, so I don't have to always get up and go to the shelf as well. As far as the table is concerned, I have moved around the bins in the last few months. I've taken some bins off the supply shelf because I've noticed I've been using them more and putting them on the table. So in this case, my open bins that I have on the table now are pretty much anything that I use more often than not. So that would be my RC tools, obviously, a tray of batteries that range from AAA to 9 volt depending on the project or what I'm doing, paint cups because my wife and I are always working on some kind of project that involves painting, and we like to fill up those paint cups with the paint rather than making a bigger mess. And just so everyone's aware of this, those are egg cartons that I cut up and trim down because they're perfect. Velcro. Thread, you wouldn't think of that as something I would need on my desk, but I notice when I'm doing repairs or making parachutes for rockets, instead of having to fumble through the bin, I can just pull the bin out while I'm sitting here. Clamps, because I always need spring clamps. My mini tools are for just about anything. Sandpaper's a no-brainer. Primary wire was one of the ones I moved over from there because if I'm ever working on a wiring project, why do I need to keep getting up to grab different rolls or look for them when I can have them all here? The hot glue gun with the small sticks, markers, and an assortment of miscellaneous metal parts. As far as the closed bins go, I haven't changed a lot here. The main thing I have changed was giving my wife a couple really big drawer bins down here. I took out the extra RC crawler parts and put them in a Rubbermaid bin. So now these bins have her stencils, and I also moved my switches over from the supply shelf as well because you'll never know when you need switches for a project. The other bin that I gave for her are the wood pieces. Since we do a lot of small wood projects and ornaments and things like that, everything else has remained the same in terms of the little knickknacks I might need: nuts, bolts, washers, tacks, alligator clips, magnets, terminals, elastics, washers, all kinds of things like that. Yes, there's a bin full of dice. I have moved a couple things around here. Mainly, I've added wall anchors and things like that. I do use them for other projects. I've moved my Allen keys over. And that's about it. I've added more cardboard tubes because we use those for our joint projects as well. We also picked up a second round holder for paintbrushes and pencils for her to use because that's what she uses the most in her projects. I have my own with my drafting pencils, my HBs, carpenter pencils, the toothbrushes for cleaning small projects, and I have my paintbrushes in there. I would think the biggest change to the table, and you've seen this on a previous video, was my swing arm lamp that I picked up at IKEA. That was a necessity. That's really transformed how I do things here now that I'm able to put light directly over anything I'm working on and move the light around. So yeah, and in case you're wondering, the tool caddy's there. It just sits under the table. If I'm here by myself or if she's not in here, that's where it goes. Otherwise, if she's working here as well, that tool caddy just moves into the vacant corner. Nice and simple, right? Don't hesitate to ask me any other questions about my videos or anything that I do here or the reasons why I do it. I'm all too happy to answer questions. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for more hobby-related content, join us at the Hobby Lounge on Discord. Peace out, everybody.